Stop scrolling. Look around the room you're sitting in right now. Really look at it. The walls, the surfaces, the corners that feel a little empty and a little flat, and a little like they are waiting for something you have never quite been able to figure out. Maybe the room is fine, but fine is not beautiful. And comfortable is not the same as a space that makes someone walk through the door and stop, and quietly say, "This room is something special. What did you do in here?" That feeling is what today is entirely about. And here's the part I need you to hear right now before anything else. You do not need money. You do not need a designer. You do not need a single power tool. You do not need any experience or specialist skill or a workshop full of equipment. You need old wood, reclaimed wood, boards that have already lived one life and are completely ready to live another one inside your home, on your walls, on your shelves, in the rooms where your actual life happens every single day. And you need your hands. That is genuinely it. Now, I know exactly what you are thinking. You are thinking you are not a woodworker. You have never built anything. You would not know where to begin. And I want to tell you, every one of those thoughts is completely understandable. And every one of them is wrong. Because what we are doing today requires no experience at all. These are projects where the imperfections make the result more beautiful, where the irregular edges and the nail holes and the slightly wonky boards produce exactly the kind of authentic handmade warmth that no professional installation with brand new materials could ever come close to replicating. The imperfection is the point, and your hands are more than ready for this. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to find reclaimed wood, how to prepare it, and how to use it to completely transform the feeling of any room in your home, with nothing but simple hand tools and a little time. No power tools, no budget you do not have, no experience you need to go and get first. Just beautiful old wood. Your hands. And a room that is about to become something your guests will not stop talking about. Let us begin. There is a moment, and if you have ever done any kind of DIY project in your home, you will know exactly the moment I am talking about. Where you step back, cross your arms, tilt your head slightly to one side, and just look. Just look at what you made. And something warm and quiet settles in your chest that is hard to put into words, but feels something like pride and something like wonder and something like the deep satisfaction of a person who took a thing that did not exist and made it real with their own two hands. That moment is what today's video is entirely about. And I promise you, by the time we are done here, you are going to be completely convinced that the most beautiful, most characterful, most genuinely stunning room transformations do not come from expensive renovation contractors or designer furniture showrooms or power tool workshops. They come from something far simpler, far older, far more honest than any of that. They come from wood, reclaimed wood, boards that have already lived a life, that carry in their grain and their texture and their color the memory of barns and old houses and forgotten structures. Wood that already has a story. And today we are going to take that wood and use it. With nothing more than your hands, a few simple tools you almost certainly already own, and a handful of techniques that anyone can learn in an afternoon to completely transform the way a room feels. No power tools, no specialist knowledge, no expensive equipment, just beautiful old wood and the willingness to try. Let us start with the wood itself, because choosing the right reclaimed boards is the single most important decision you will make in this entire process, and getting it right makes everything that follows so much easier and so much more beautiful. Reclaimed wood comes from many places, and each source gives you something slightly different in terms of character, color, and texture. Old barnwood is perhaps the most sought after. Weathered gray and silver on the outside, often with a rich, warm brown underneath when you plane, or sand a thin layer away, full of nail holes and saw marks and the beautiful imperfections of a working life. Reclaimed floorboards from old houses give you a different kind of character. Smoother, more refined, with the patina of decades of footsteps worn into their surface. Old pallet wood, while requiring more careful selection and preparation, can be genuinely beautiful once cleaned and treated. Scaffold boards, thick, heavy, marked with paint and impact and use, have a raw industrial warmth that works extraordinarily well in modern interiors. You can find reclaimed wood at salvage yards, architectural salvage shops, online marketplaces where people sell materials from demolition projects, and sometimes simply by asking around. Farmers clearing old structures, neighbors renovating, construction sites where old materials are being removed. The wood is out there, more available than most people realize, and often surprisingly affordable, sometimes completely free if you are willing to do the work of collecting it. When you are selecting your boards, look for pieces that are structurally sound but visually interesting. You want wood that is dry? Reclaimed wood that is still holding moisture will warp and shrink as it dries indoors, which causes problems with whatever you're making. Press your thumbnail into the surface. If it leaves a deep impression easily, the wood is too soft or too wet. Check for active insect damage. Small round holes with fresh sawdust beneath them are a warning sign. Old holes, dark and dry and clearly inactive, are just character. Learn the difference. Do not reject boards because they are dirty or have old paint or look rough and uninviting at first glance. Some of the most beautiful pieces of reclaimed wood look completely unremarkable until you run a hand plane across the surface once and reveal the extraordinary grain hiding underneath. The ugly duckling principle applies powerfully to reclaimed wood. Look past the surface. Look at the structure. Look at the grain pattern where you can see it at the end grain of the board. That will tell you what the wood actually is and what it is capable of becoming. Now let us talk about preparation, because this is the step that most beginners rush past and then wonder why their finished project does not look quite right. Taking the time to properly prepare your reclaimed boards before you use them is what separates a project that looks homemade from one that looks genuinely considered and beautiful. Start by cleaning your boards thoroughly. A stiff brush, a scrubbing brush, or a stiff hand brush, and warm soapy water will remove the majority of surface dirt, old grime, and loose material. Work along the grain, not against it. Rinse with clean water and allow the boards to dry completely before doing anything else. Completely dry means at least a full day in a warm, ventilated space and often longer for thicker boards. Do not rush this. Once clean and dry, go over each board with a metal detector or simply run a strong magnet slowly along the surface and edges. Reclaimed wood is full of old nails, screws, staples, and metal fragments, some of them buried just below the surface and completely invisible. A hidden nail will ruin a hand plane blade instantly and can cause injury. Take the metal checks seriously. Remove every piece of metal you find with pincers or a nail punch. Where nails have left holes, embrace them. Those holes are part of the character. Fill them if you want a smoother surface. Leave them if you want raw authenticity. The decision about how much to surface the wood is a deeply personal one and depends entirely on the aesthetic you are going for. For a raw, rustic, genuinely aged look, you might barely touch the surface at all. A light brush with a wire brush to remove loose material and reveal the grain, and the wood is essentially ready. For a more refined, considered look that still carries the character of reclaimed material, a few passes with a hand plane across the face of the board will remove the weathered gray surface layer and reveal the rich, warm color of the wood underneath, while the edges and ends retain their aged character. This contrast between the planed face and the untouched edges is one of the most beautiful effects in all of woodworking, and requires nothing more than a well-sharpened hand plane and 20 minutes of deeply satisfying work. Sanding by hand, working through grits from 80 up to 180 or even 220 if you want a very smooth finish, gives you yet another option. More refined than the hand plane approach, less dramatic. Use a sanding block rather than bare sandpaper so you are applying even pressure across the surface. Fold the paper around a block of wood, or use one of the rubber or cork sanding blocks made for the purpose. It makes an enormous difference to the evenness of your result. Let us move now to the actual transformations. The specific ways you can use these prepared reclaimed boards to change the feeling of a room completely. And I want to be very deliberate here about the word feeling, because what we are really doing when we bring reclaimed wood into a space is not decorating. It is not styling in the shallow sense. It is changing the emotional atmosphere of the room. The way it sounds, wood absorbs sound and makes a space feel quieter and more intimate. The way it smells, old wood has a particular dry, complex, warm scent that is immediately comforting in a way that is almost impossible to articulate, but absolutely real. The way light behaves in the room, wood catches and holds light differently than painted walls or smooth surfaces, creating depth and warmth that no paint color can replicate. You are not just putting boards on a wall. You are fundamentally changing what it feels like to be in that room. The most dramatically transformative thing you can do with reclaimed boards, the single change that delivers the most visual impact for the least complexity, is a feature wall. One wall in a room covered in reclaimed boards, floor to ceiling or dado height, changes everything about how the entire room reads. The other walls do not need to change. The furniture does not need to change. The lighting does not need to change. Just that one wall covered in wood, and the room becomes something entirely different. Warmer, more layered, more intentional, more alive. And you can do this with no power tools at all using one of several approaches. The simplest involves strong construction adhesive. Products designed to bond wood to plaster, brick, or drywall are widely available and genuinely powerful. Apply the adhesive to the back of your board in a series of S-curves or zigzag lines, press the board firmly to the wall, and hold it in place for the time specified on the adhesive packaging. Build your wall board by board, working from the bottom up, leaving small irregular gaps between boards if you want a more rustic feel, or butting them tightly together for a cleaner look. The irregularity of reclaimed boards, slight variation in thickness, width, and straightness, actually works in your favor here. Those variations create shadow lines and texture that make the wall feel genuinely organic and handmade in the best possible sense. If you prefer a more removable solution, useful in rental properties, or if you are not ready to fully commit, picture hanging strips rated for heavier weights will hold lighter reclaimed boards securely without any adhesive or fixings into the wall. Test the weight of your boards carefully and always use strips rated for significantly more than the actual weight you are hanging. This approach works particularly well with thinner pallet wood and lighter boards. Beyond the feature wall, reclaimed boards open up a world of room transformation possibilities that require nothing more than basic hand tools. A handsaw, a miter box for clean angled cuts, a hammer, a screwdriver, and sandpaper. Let us walk through some of the most impactful. A floating shelf made from a single beautiful reclaimed board changes a bare wall into a focal point. Use shelf brackets fixed to wall studs with screws. No power tools needed, just a screwdriver and a hand drill if you have one, or percussion action can seat screws in plaster walls with patience and the right rawl plugs, and lay your prepared reclaimed board across them. A single thick scaffold board, sanded smooth on top, but left raw on the front face, sitting on simple black metal brackets against a white wall, is one of the most striking and simple pieces of interior design you can create. Style it with 3 objects, a plant, a candle, one object with personal meaning, and the combination of the raw wood, the clean wall, and the carefully chosen objects creates something that looks genuinely considered and designed. Reclaimed boards leaned against walls rather than fixed to them create an entirely different kind of transformation that is particularly powerful in bedrooms and living spaces. A large board or a series of boards leaned against a wall behind a bed becomes an instant headboard with enormous visual presence. No fixing, no tools at all. Just lean, adjust, style. The same approach works behind a sofa in a living room, creating a backdrop that grounds the furniture and gives the space a sense of intention and design without a single nail being driven. A low platform made from stacked reclaimed boards, boards laid horizontally and stacked 3 or 4 high in a rectangle, creates an instant bed platform, a display plinth, or a side table with extraordinary character. No joints needed. No complex woodworking. Simply stack the boards, check they are level, and the weight of the wood itself holds the structure stable. Sand the top surface smooth, leave the sides raw, and you have a piece of furniture that looks like it belongs in a design magazine. Let us talk about finishing, because how you treat the surface of your reclaimed boards once they are in place is what determines the final character of the transformation. And there are beautiful options that require nothing more than a rag and 20 minutes. Raw linseed oil, applied with a clean rag and wiped into the surface of the wood, does something extraordinary. It deepens the color, brings out the grain, adds a subtle warm glow, and protects the surface from moisture and handling, all without changing the natural character of the wood at all. The wood looks the same, but somehow more itself, more alive, more present. Apply it in a thin coat, allow it to penetrate for 10 minutes, then wipe away any excess with a clean dry rag. Allow 24 hours to dry. 1 or 2 coats is usually all you need. Beeswax polish applied with a cloth and buffed with another clean cloth gives a similar result with a slightly softer, more matte sheen. It smells extraordinary. It feels wonderful under your hands. And it makes reclaimed wood look like something that has been cared for over generations, which in a very real sense it has been. If you want to enhance the gray and silver tones of weathered wood rather than warming it up, a very thin wash of white paint, 1 part paint to 4 or 5 parts water, applied with a brush and immediately wiped away with a damp cloth, leaves a whisper of white in the grain lines and surface texture while letting the natural color of the wood show through fully. This is called a lime wash or whitewash effect, and it is one of the most beautiful and simple finishing techniques in all of interior design. It makes wood look coastal, Scandinavian, calm, and light-filled in a way that transforms the mood of a room as powerfully as any paint color on the walls. There is something I want to say before we finish today, and it is something that I think gets lost in most DIY content. Because most DIY content is really about the technique and the steps and the measurements and the tools, all of which matter, but they are not the real point. The real point is that there is an extraordinary feeling available to any person who takes a material that has already lived one life and gives it another. Reclaimed wood has been somewhere. It has held something up, kept something dry, been part of a structure that mattered to someone somewhere. When you bring it into your home and make something from it with your own hands, you are not just decorating. You are continuing a story. You are adding a chapter. You are connecting yourself to a chain of human making and human care that goes back as far as people have been building shelters and homes and the places where life actually happens. No power tool can give you that feeling. No contractor can install it for you. No showroom can sell it to you ready-made. It only comes from doing it yourself. From the splinter and the sanding and the moment where you step back and cross your arms and tilt your head and look at what your hands made. And feel that warm, quiet, completely real thing settle in your chest. Go find your wood. The room is waiting. If this gave you the inspiration to start, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs a beautiful project this weekend. Tell me in the comments, what room are you transforming first? I read every single one.